show is personality, talent, and a little bit of a hot mess. Philadelphia is so much fun to watch. I know the rest of the country, they're not a national topic for a lot of shows. I love watching them play. They got dysfunction, they got baby Shaq, they got Butler's ego. But when I watch this series, Toronto's a nice story. They got one stud. Doesn't it feel like Philadelphia's got significantly longer, more athletic, more talented guys?
Well, a couple things. One, somebody asked me just earlier today.
So we're playing against
Spot Up
Trotter.
The finals. You know, just the most exciting finals. Yeah. The most fun. And I said Golden State, Philadelphia.
No question.
It would be fun. I don't think Philadelphia could beat them, but it would be exciting and fun. No question.
Philadelphia is a less refined, less mature, less buttoned-up Golden State.
Yeah, and you just mentioned the maturity.
We want this shit. We finna take this win. We gotta go on the run. So here it comes.
Is mature enough yet to win a big series. Embiid showing me a lot. I mean, obviously playing wise, but just mental toughness to play through this injury. So I'm with you. And look, their starting five is arguably the second most talented in the league.
Oh, I think it is. I think it is.
Yeah, so they should beat Toronto if they play to their potential. I question Brett Brown's coaching, but credit him, he's made some great adjustments. He put Tobias Harris on Marc Gasol.
Yep.
They haven't figured out how to exploit that. Toronto hasn't figured out how to exploit, Ben Simmons in the half court not being an offensive threat. So I think if they face Boston, Philadelphia down the road, that'll be an issue for them. But look, here's the thing about Toronto. Number one, let's just face it. They're soft. And it's not Kawhi Leonard. I don't get what they were soft before Kawhi got there, and they're still soft. He's not soft. What is going on? I mean, this is a soft team that's been that way for the last 5 or 6 years.
You gotta play to win. I don't give a fuck how much time left, nigga.
It is soft. They're not. I like visiting too, but it's soft.
Taking this shit.
All right, Drake is a dope rapper. He's a little soft. All right, he's a great rapper and one of the best. But I'm just saying.
Listen, they shrink, and they do. First of all, LeBron was the meteor that led to their extinction in the playoffs.
Come on, man.
Joel Embiid is just intimidating them.
Missing all these fucking easy ass shots.
They're making it so easy
no kidding.
for Kawhi Leonard to go to the Clippers or wherever he wants to go. And here's the thing too, Colin. Shame on Jeannie Buss. If she
oh my God, so fucking awful.
Right now,
they know because they know it's gonna
president of the Toronto Raptors, very respected guy.
Fuck that nigga with that bullshit.
She needs
Big
to
fat
be
ass
talking to him.
nigga.
Forget going to dinner with Magic. Call Masai Ujiri. And I know he loves Toronto, but I also know he wants to win at a high level. And you got to be sitting there looking at this like,
Fred VanVleet? Listen,
my boys are shrinking. And they keep shrinking year after year.
I think they're just, I think also, when for years and years, the Boston Red Sox would shrink in the postseason. And then all of a sudden, you got Manny and Kirk Schilling, and these two sort of transformative
personalities
put the franchise on their backs and said, Schilling and Manny are like, no, we're better than the Yankees. And sometimes it takes a transformative personality in the locker room. Well, Kawhi's not a transformative personality, he's just a really good player. Right. So the reality
oh my God.
6 of them in the NBA. Maybe
it's fucked up because I be seeing bro in real life all the time and shit.
Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, Chris Boston.
Tell them about his video game stuff. Fucking up.
But they will have a hard time getting American.
Come on with this shit.
Of course, it's simple as that. It's a great city, but it's not American. When you're there, you feel it.
Oh my God, I can't buy that
and it's
shit.
expensive, and that's the reality.
And these good shots, that's the crazy
I think Vancouver's the most beautiful city in North America.
Knockdown,
I go
what's
there
it?
like every other year, and then players don't want to play them. You're like,
shit, his shots falling out the mouth.
City, size, money, facilities, great. Didn't want to play there. Let me say this about Embiid, though. And I've said...
I've not scored in so long I could be winning right
Cleveland and
now.
Philadelphia. But I've said this. I can feel with the Sixers a lot of Oklahoma City. And they had choices. They had Harden, they had Westbrook, and they had Durant. And they chose Westbrook over Harden. Mistake is it was becoming a shooter's league. They didn't actively choose Westbrook over Durant, but Durant felt that way. They made the wrong choice, and now they're a one-and-done franchise. Philadelphia's got 4 guys. They all want max money. Tobias isn't good enough to get it. Butler's got an attitude, I'd be worried. Embiid's got a health issue. And Ben, I give it to him, but he's got to be able to shoot. Philadelphia keeps thinking they got this huge window. Chris, I don't think they do. I think these guys are going to start peeling off.
Well, we know the window definitely is about 2 or 3 years. Now, if Embiid gets his health in order, it could be much longer. Hopefully he will for the sake of us as NBA fans.
What about
Oh my God, I was trying to pump it. I can't get a break right now. This is crazy, bro.
But I still would be
You
hesitant
guys can see how
to turn
many
the
fucking
franchise
shots
over
I
to him.
missed.
And
This shit
you have to
is
let this play out.
ridiculous,
If they
and
get
this
to the
nigga
NBA
just
Finals,
pulling
then I feel
up.
better about bringing back this team
Right
as
as
it
I say.
is.
What if they
Pull it up.
beat Toronto and then lose to either Milwaukee or Boston? What would you do?
Well, I'm not trading Embiid. I know you've been on the trade Embiid this summer thing. There's no way. I'm riding with him as long as I can. Now, next year, health-wise, he falls apart and it looks like, man, we just can't count on him. That's another story. But after this, I'm not trading. What I'm doing is I am getting him, and I know it's not only their decision, he's got to be involved with it. But getting him on a
All that fucking time he done dunked us. Yeah, he just made that
people
shit.
there feel like his knee problems are related to
Saying,
he's
though.
overweight now to shape.
Well, that was Shaq's issue in LA. They just felt he was too heavy.
Yeah, and Shaq wasn't. I don't know that Shaq was this big when he was younger at this age, because he wasn't slim ever, but he wasn't the Shaq we remember in LA at a young age. So I'm working with him.
Just let this one ride out. I gotta piss. This nigga just shooting it up like a motherfucker. You see, oh my God. So this nigga's made hella dumbass shots and I couldn't buy a bucket. I feel like they don't like fucking Milwaukee because
he has no peer. I love Nikola Jokic. He's a great center, but he has no peer at the center position when he's healthy. So I'm not trading that guy. That gives me a difference maker in this league of a bunch of shooters.
Okay, so I had this conversation with my wife last night. She didn't like sports. She used to be in HR. And so we're sitting there talking, and we're watching this game, and I said, this guy's unbelievable, but I think they should trade him. And again, my wife's not a sports fan, so she's not emotionally connected to this stuff. It's just all common sense to her.
all these
And I
three-pointers.
said, what if you had an employee when you were in HR, you hired him, and for 2 years he couldn't show up for work? She'd be like,
I made 3 three-pointers.
Embiid. And she said, well, did he get healthier? I said, yeah, kind of, but he just missed 14 of 24 games after the All-Star break. He missed playoff games last year, this year, and he needs 6 treatments a day to get on the floor. And she said, well, yeah, that's you can't build around that as an employee.
You see this shit? You see how these threes
If you
this nigga
just take
made?
the emotion out of
You
it.
see how I didn't fucking hit any?
Right now. No, what you saw last night, you're ready to trade him?
Okay. After what I saw with Westbrook winning the MVP,
I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. New game running up. I'm gonna actually use a team that's not my home team.
I agree. I would rather have James Harden than Russell Westbrook. But you keep saying they made the mistake. They made the mistake. Really? Is it definitive that they made a mistake? James Harden, how far is he going in the playoffs? Has he been to the finals? Without, Westbrook and Durant?
You don't think
Has he led a team?
Well, you don't think Harden's better than...
I think Harden, like I said, I would take Harden right now over Westbrook. But what I know about Harden is the same thing I know about Westbrook. Both of their numbers go down in the playoffs.
Well, one guy gets out of the first round.
He's got Chris Paul with him, and he's got a coach whose offense is perfect.
Oh, wait, time out.
Perfect.
Guy's got Paul George.
That's on Paul too. Look, I'm just saying, you acting like Harden's winning championships.
No,
let's see him do that. I'm not. And let me tell you this about the Houston Rockets. I like the Rockets. Colin, they're going to go down, and I'm not just talking about this year. They're going to go down like Steve Nash's Suns and Chris Webber's Kings. We're going to remember, man, they were really good, really close, but they'll never get over the hump and win that championship. Hot take.
It wasn't a hot take. Calling Drake soft, so they'll go hot take.
Drake, light skin love, man. It's all love, he's a dope rapper too. I'm just playing off the
What's happening to this show? All right, stick around. I just stick around. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Chris Broussard not being able to make it to moms to celebrate Mother's Day is rough. I know it bums you out, but you can do the next best thing. Send her something that's amazing to make her feel great. 1-800-Flowers.com. Distance doesn't mean anything. You can still brighten her day. Bouquets out there right now. 24 for 24 offer. 24 multicolored roses, $1 a rose. It's a beautiful mix. Premium roses, guaranteed to make her smile. And you know they're always picked at their peak and shipped overnight from the best premier farms in the country to ensure freshness. It's a real simple one. Don't put it off. Order today. Okay, this offer expires Friday, today. 24 stunning multicolored roses for $24. That is it. Next weekend's Mother's Day. Get the call in now. 1-800-Flowers.com.
This her name, then Kodak. 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 Yeah, go to sleep. You ready to go to sleep? Where she be? You beautiful boy. You girl, go be so beautiful.
Gruber Offices is proud to team up with the Milwaukee Bucks. We care about our community and know that together we can make a difference. Gruber Offices, proud partner of the Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Do you ever get, like, are you ever tired of this? Do you ever feel like, okay, I've had enough?
Not to this point. You know, I feel like, you know, to be at the top or to give your team the chance to win every season, you have to, you know, put a lot into it. And I try to, you know, bring my best every day. I try to be the best, you know, teammate, leader, and also physically to stay prepared, because no one wants someone that, you know, is taking up space.
How much hunger do you have for another championship ring? Because you have 6, right?
I know. It's been pretty amazing.
Yeah.
An incredible run. I'm so grateful to be in the same place with so many, you know, incredible teammates over the years. It's such a, you know, it's such a team effort.
But isn't 6 like even one too many? I mean, it's and it doesn't even.
I played a long time, so 6 is 6. I mean, I could never imagine.
Hey, welcome back. The Herd is coming up next here on FS1. Let's head over check in with Colin today. Hey, Colin, what's on the show?
You know, the Philadelphia 76ers are not the best team in the NBA, and they've got big dilemmas going forward with 4 stars who all want max money. I find them to be incredibly easy to pull for. The best watch, including the Warriors in the NBA, that and Tom Brady PEDs, but they're different than usual PEDs. We'll talk about that.
All right, Colin, thank you. Time for our final topic of of the day, we have breaking news. Monty Williams is the new head coach of the Phoenix Suns. Williams' new deal is reportedly for 5 years. He was assumed to be one of the top 2 candidates to coach the Lakers. So, I guess that's out. Shannon, what is your reaction?
5-year deal with some nice young pieces. Devin Booker, Josh Jackson, DeAndre Ayton. They're tied for the best odds of getting the #1 pick. Although I'm sure they would love to have the big kid Zion. Ja Morant probably would be a better fit, Skip, because he's a point guard, and he's a true point guard. He's not masquerading.
I agree.
So I like it. And now it's even more obvious.
Is it? Are you sure about that? Because I am not.
I ain't sure about anything.
So my first takeaway is it sure looks like Monty Williams said, I just want the Phoenix job. I don't want your Lakers circus job. I want no part of that. I'm taking this for all the reasons you just detailed. Mikal Bridges is in there too. You got lots of young pieces. Kelly Oubre. It's a nice young team. It'd be a lot of fun to go.
He might not be back.
Okay, whatever. But again, it'll be fun to coach. Other team here in LA, not so much fun to coach. So here's the key. Are they going to announce Ty Lue this afternoon? It sure doesn't sound like it. Maybe they're leaning that direction. But will Jeannie Buss, will she balk at conceding public control to LeBron by saying, I'm going to give you Ty Lue? Or will they expand their coaching search? Or, I got another name for you.
I'm from Milwaukee, so don't be quitting and shit. It's just my home team.
Coach. You don't think he'd like to coach this team?
You don't think LeBron would ask for a trade?
I don't know. But what if she says to him, she and Linda say, sorry, we run this franchise and this is
I thought last year when I was trying to get Anthony Davis, or I wanted Anthony Davis, you wanted to trade me.
That is correct.
Okay, so go ahead. I want you to do your words. Be a woman of your words.
Yeah.
Be a, like have the words of Skip Bayless. You probably the words of Skip Bayless. Have her looking pictures.
Yeah.
Get me up out of here.
Okay. You think that's going to happen?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your Ramos is the coach.
Yeah.
It better happen.
Well, are they going to expand their search to some other candidate out there that we haven't thought about?
Ty Lue or bust.
Is it? Yeah. Why shouldn't they just announce it today?
Well, maybe Monty Williams got tired of like, hold on. Y'all, you know what? Y'all trying to do, look. Y'all,
John, they didn't. Here he is after the loss.
Front row, John. John Corrales, FastLife.com. Harry, what was the cause of that third quarter run? Did you feel like you guys may have got caught up in some of the calls that were going against you?
I mean, it's inevitable, you know. I mean, Doc came down almost 6 times early, he's free throws. You know, what you really don't do is slow the game down, so,
Hello? Hello?
it's on the fucking game now, so.
Mike Budenholzer was in here and he said, you know, the spirit of our group is good, the challenge is to keep it there. What's the spirit of your group at this time and what's the challenge?
I mean, we have another chance to respond at home. You know, they took care of business. The third quarter is really where they made their mark on the game, and you got to give credit. George Hill was the X factor, now you have a 21 off the bench, we're 9 for 12. You know, we just have to do a better job of limiting that. I think that we did a great job starting off the game really well, going into halftime. You know, obviously ending the half in a fashion that probably wasn't our best. Coming out in that third quarter, giving up 40 points. That's not a characteristic we want to carry over into the next game. We'll be better. We'll need a little bit more from our bench, a little bit more consistency from me going to the basket, especially as well as the three-point line. And hopefully we can even out the free throws, not just in the fourth quarter.
Mark James Stetson, WAI. Harry, you've been involved in a lot of playoff games, especially NBA Finals. Have you personally been involved? We need to find out how this thing spreads. Spreads? Saliva. Anything you can touch.
The virus is here. You can imagine one infected person in a public space, incubating, spreading.
The Hot Zone premieres Monday, May 27th at 9 on National Geographic. Involved where the fishing's been so poor on one side.
I mean, the refs have a difficult job. We have
Oh my God, ABA Live, stop doing this dirty.
We know the disparity and what it is, but I'm not going to put all the emphasis on the refereeing. I think that there are a lot of control things on our end that we can be better at. You know, obviously the officiating is going to be part of it. Hopefully, you know, you wish that they should go your way, but they don't. We have to be able to respond in a better, you know, better circumstances. We just got to respond better.
He can make that, but I'm missing wide open.
I'm confident in this group. I'm confident in the talent that we have here.
See what kind of day it's going to be.
Bring it to another level of being in the right spots and really focusing on where we can take advantage on their defensive miscues. You know, they turn their heads on plays where guys are driving to the basket. They still have the same frantic defense. They've made adjustments. And now we go back and watch film of where, you know, instances in the game where we can control. We just have to do better.
Gary Walsh with Boston Globe. Get put in the bonus states in the second, third quarter. How does that affect your defense, your mentality, when you know any kind of physical contact is probably going to be foul? And secondly, how do you guys not lose control like you did in that third quarter? It seemed like the officiating became a dominant player.
Yeah, like I said, it's difficult, but it's something that we can manage. And when it does happen, at that point in the game, we just got to collect ourselves and move on to the next play. Yeah. Obviously, we know how many free throws he shot a game. You know, he's a great player in our league. We know how many times he goes to the baskets and get contact. But we also understand how many times we go to the basket and get contact. And it's a playoff game, and guys are playing very aggressive. And when you get into the bonus with 8 minutes left to go in the third, it's definitely a shocker. You know, it'll definitely put something in your mind where you don't want to touch anyone. You know, they shot free throws, like I said, in any instance in a game like that, when you go into the bonus early on, it slows the game down. And then they're making runs, they're making threes down the stretch. Then we start pulling in even more on Giannis. We put an emphasis on stopping his drives, and then those other guys get going. And that was the primary thing that happened in the third quarter. As I look at the score, at the box score, you know, I thought that some of the numbers were going to shoot at, you know, spark. They were going to come off the page, and the only thing that comes off the page is that third quarter and 22 free throws. Like I said, there are some things that we obviously can control, but the officiating, we're going to leave them alone next game. We're going to do a better job of walling up, better job of staying straight up, make sure that there aren't any, you know, just eye-catching calls. We're just going to make sure we stay solid and make sure I communicate with our guys that, hey, if this is the way we're going to play, we're not going to adjust to them. We're going to make them adjust to us.
And that's how you make a difference.
Hey, Larry, this is Jason Chen from Citizen Sports. You guys, the Bucks scored 52 points at the paint. And I mean, like, is this, like, normal? I mean, like, how you guys prepare to guard them, like, in the paint next game?
Well, I'm living with that. I'm living with that. You know, we can manage the game a lot better when we're giving up twos rather than threes. You know, obviously, game 2 was a completely different shot chart for them. And we'll go back and like I said, I'm gonna keep saying we're gonna watch where we can see where we can control and manage the game better. But 52 in the paint doesn't shock me. They've done it all season. It's just when those other guys are getting timely threes and they're throwing it down in the post with Chris Middleton, or they're making threes off our overhelp. So we'll do a better job of walling up, guarding Giannis better, guarding Chris better, and as well as limiting those other guys to, you know, Connaughton average 14 points.
Hi, I'm David. We are proud to have helped tens of thousands of injured people in this country for more than 30 years. Bloomberg Golf, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
2 points, 5 for 11, 4 for 9 from the 3-point line. George is 9 for 12 for 21 points. Those are big points in the game, especially in the playoff series where, you know, you want to limit guys from getting going. So those are things that we're putting emphasis on moving on to next game.
Final 2 questions, Mark. Mark D'Amico, Celtics.com. You spoke earlier about how you want to get downhill during game 4 and create at the basket. Can you to speak to nothing to do with the rest, but what are the challenges of scoring in the paint against this team in particular, and how can you guys create more offense in that area moving forward?
I have to be more efficient. I have to be more efficient, especially when I'm getting downhill on those switches. I got to punch those back. And that's as simple as that. I got to do what I'm really great at, and that's getting downhill and making plays and getting to the rim and dishing out. But when I get a big on them,
My reaction like Austin, you have like a great flutter game, and you're able to kind of score pretty much anywhere in the paint, but when you have that kind of back and forth going to the line, do you feel like you need to initiate that contact or really seek that contact and try to get that people around doing it?
I just got to keep my eyes on the rim and just be efficient in that paint area. You know, I wish that I could have probably a more elaborate answer for you of what I got to do around that paint, my floater game, and what I'm great at, but it's really just about being efficient, especially the rest of this series. You know, from this point on, I don't think you'll see another 8 for 22, you know, any missed layups or looking for the refs for calls or anything like that. It's just who's going to outscore the other team, who's going to be better efficient at it. But when I do get in there, I'm looking to score and looking to finish with contact where the rest call.
Lights are not there. Man, hey, somebody tell Conway it's still a family show, man. Keep out here dropping the F-bomb on
Yes, as somebody who mildly might understand the history of this, you want to make sure the mics are clear before you go ahead and make that mistake. Don't know what you're talking about. Somebody falsified that in my Wikipedia. Look, here's the thing to it. And afterwards, it's a shame that happened because afterwards, you like a lot of what he said because he didn't take the bait on what I thought, and I wrote this down. I hate this. Look, we got to be fair. Get players get a player, media get a media. That's a dumb question. You can't sit there and say, considering how disparaging and how terrible the referee. I mean, look, if you're sitting there as a media member, I mean,
Tracy, you know how it is.
come on, man.
A lot of times, they come here, they have this story already written. They need you to fill it in for them if you let them. I'm glad Kyrie didn't let that particular media member bait him into.
No, I think he handled that well.
It's a silly fashion.
He handled that well. I saw it. But I want to ask about that. When you have Giannis on another team, he's going to get to the line some if he's aggressive, right? You're going to get out of the way if he's going to score, or you're going to foul him. 36 points, 16 were in the paint. And it's 8 and 12, and 16 were in the line. That's where he scored. He didn't need to take threes in this game. So how do you limit that when a lot of dudes are going to be fouling him, whether it's a real foul?
So when I heard the frustration being about was an old school way of playing in terms of attacking the paint. And when you attack the paint and you constantly are putting pressure going to the rim, getting to the rim, then guess what? You get to the foul line and you get fouled early. And sometimes you get in the bonus with 8 minutes to go in the game. There used to be a big part of strategy in the game. Getting somebody's player off the floor, getting them 2 fouls, getting to the bonus early, and therefore you can control tempo.
This sample board was transformed into playing smart. In this video, we're going to show you step by step just how simple this process is. Stay tuned and enjoy the video. Our epoxy hero, remember, when you subscribe to our channel, click on the red subscribe button and be sure to ring the bell so you get notified every time we have a new video. Thanks again.
Hey guys, Mike here with StoneCoatCountertops.com. Do you want to learn how to make your own Carrera marble? We're going to show you in this video how to cover any surface, old surfaces or new, with epoxy and make it look like stunning Carrera marble.
Let's get started. You'll mix part A and part B at a 1-to-1 ratio for about 2 minutes.
I'm going to use a clear plastic cup. I'm going to pour the amount of epoxy that I'm going to need for my work surface. I know that I'm going to use about 3 ounces per square foot. That's key. I'm going to use our white base color tint. I'm going to shake it up, and then I'm going to pour about 2 ounces per quart. In this case, I'm just going to eyeball a little bit because I know I don't need that much to make my epoxy have a nice white hue. Let's do it. You can use a drill or a
paint stick to mix that base tint right in the clear epoxy. We're starting with a base that's already been pre-painted with 2 coats of paint and primer in one. We just used a very light gray. We're going to sand that with 220 grit sandpaper, and then we'll wipe off the dust. And we're ready to apply our epoxy. We're going to apply our white tinted epoxy with our square notch trowel. Because we've tinted the epoxy white, any effect that we add to it is going to tone it down and meld it. When you're trying to create marble, if you use base tints, it's going to meld and tone down anything they add to it, which gives you the illusion of realistic looking marble. Watch this.
We'll pour the white tinted epoxy in the center of our surface, and we use our 1/8 by 1/8 square notch trowel to spread.
Oh, you can get to the foul line, you can score from the foul line, and don't necessarily have to depend on your offense to score. That used to be a strategy in the game, in every playoff game that you played in. Today's game is they don't go to the paint, they stand outside, they shoot on the perimeter, and what Giannis, to his credit, has said, I am not going to fall into being baited by everybody telling me I can't shoot the 3, so I'm going to keep chucking up the 3. He's saying, stop me from getting to the paint, and if you can't stop me, okay, then you're going to foul me and I go to the foul line. And that's what the Celtics had a problem with tonight.
Important to point out on the way to break, Coach Bud was asked, what happened at the end of the game last 5 minutes? He started fouling. Not what happened. Jason Tatum, 2 or 3 times, I think there were 2 or 3 times, went to the basket, right to the basket, and got fouled on it. As we look back at the score in Richmond, we ain't gonna let we will have more. Let's be honest.
That's the fact.
How about the Greek Freak and his boys for the win of the road?
I know all year long, Bud has been asking for aggressive George. Aggressive George, that's what he wants. Just how big is it for you to have a night like this where you go out and are able to contribute in that way?
I don't know. I just go out, try to do my job, the best I can. If that's playing defense as hard as we can, or if that's taking the opportunity to score, when I can do that. But it's all about just winning the game, no matter what happens, no matter how many I score, what I do. I just want to win.
Giannis, Mark James, Ness, and WEI here in Boston. Question, after game 1, you guys have made the adjustments in game 2 and tonight. Have you guys figured out what the Celtics have done?
Wow, y'all really do us dirty.
Swung back to you guys, you've taken control of the series again.
How the fuck did this nigga miss a fucking off the leg?
We made some adjustments after game 1. But I think more supportive, you played hard. Going to game 2 and game 3. We just gotta keep playing good basketball, keep defending, and just keep believing in ourselves. I think if we do that, and we just trust one another, we're gonna get control of this series.
Matt Velasquez, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. Giannis, just in terms of the aggressive play and the physicality, just what was your approach to trying to get to the line, and then what's going through your mind when the crowd is, obviously objecting to the calls, and you're at the line and you have to, make those shots?
I'm just gonna keep being aggressive. That's what my teammates want me to do. I've said that in the past. That's what I'm gonna keep doing. I love getting to the big line. I've worked on it. I'm shooting my fingers with confidence, so it's easy points for me and my teammates. I'm just gonna keep being aggressive. I gotta take it all the way. And I really do not focus on the crowd.
Nicole Yang with the Boston Road. George, Pat mentioned that this year you like to talk about a bench mob mentality. How do you define that?
I mean, it's just, our starter's been good all year long, and when I got here, one of the things that we had to do was give them breaks, and, by saying that is we have to go in and change the game. Either, we take the score up or keep it the same, and that's going to be energy and effort, and that's something I think, as a group, all our guys coming off the bench, we take pride in that. We take pride in going in and trying to change the game, give our starters periods of time where they can get rest, because we know they play extended minutes and things like that. But that's just, giving the coach confidence in us and giving our teammates confidence in us when we're in the game to do the right thing.
Mike Petralia, CLNS Media, here in Boston. Giannis and Chris, both, what do you remember about last year and how much did that, losing the games here in Boston, how much did that motivate you guys to maybe kind of prove a point here tonight in Game 3?
Really, all I remember about was just losing that series. And I don't think this year we came in to prove a point. It's different seasons, different teams, so we were playing out well. Playing well on the road all year long, so I mean, we're not worried about who we're playing against. Really, it's about us and trying to find a way to win games in advance. So, I mean, we forgot about last year. We'll go from it.
Thanks, Brian. NBA.com. In the fourth quarter, you guys had a big lead, certainly depending on all of you. They cut that lead down by getting to the foul line repeatedly. How much was that them pushing through the door? How much of that was you guys holding the door open? And what was your level of concern in those final minutes?
I mean, I think it was half and half. I mean, they did a great job of forcing the issue. Just got to do a better job of playing without fouling. I mean, I think we had lapsed this a little bit between the quarters or whatever, but for the most part, I think we played full 48 for our basketball.
And the Athletic, Giannis, Brad in his post-game circled the play where you were coming down in transition, you kicked it to George for the quarter three in the third quarter. It's kind of the play that defined what you were able to find that balance. Just how big was that tonight to start off so aggressive, but then also have a night where you have as many assists as you do?
It's amazing. I think
Canelo versus Jacobs, two champions in the battle for the middleweight world championship. Stream it live only over the DAZN app. Saturday, May 4th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Sign up at DAZN.com.
The whole team was ready. The whole team was mentally, physically ready. And at the end of the day, I'm going to keep making plays, I'm going to keep being aggressive, and my team has got to be ready to shoot. And today they knock down shots, and going to game two, my approach towards the game hadn't changed. So I told my teammates that they got to be ready to shoot. Because they were double teaming, they were beating the wall, so I had to make the right pass. And going on to this series, that's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep making the right pass. I think the Bets did a great job, just coming in, being aggressive. They had 40, what is this? Let me see. 40-something points. It's amazing. It's amazing what these guys can come into the game, step up, knock down big shots, and we're going to keep trusting one another. We're going to keep playing good basketball, and that's going to put us in position of giving games.
Jared Weiss, the Athletic, Giannis, in game one, they were really trying to load up high and force you to go left, down the seam, and then kind of play with the baseline. Well, it seems that you've been able to find different angles to attack and kind of come up. What has been your approach as far as trying to attack from different parts of the court?
Yeah, it's like that. It's not even fun to play with the Bucks right now because these niggas.
I'm trying to find my teammates first. But I think Coach Brad has done a great job just putting me in different spots on the floor that it's hard for them to double team, it's hard for them to build the wall. But at the end of the day, they'll send the second guys when you pass the ball, when you find the open guys. So I think that's what I've done 2 games now, and that's where we've hurt them the most.
Time for 2 more, Matt, and then last one in Greek.
Matt Velasquez, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. George, you spent a lot of time in this series on Kyrie Irving. You spent a lot of time on him in the past. Just how much has that past experience guarding him helped prepare you for this situation?
I mean, it's big. You have familiarity with guys and things like that, but it's nothing that I'm doing. You know, it's a team game, and I'm just out there doing the initial stop, and Giannis and Chris and guys like Brooke Bled, all those guys, our whole team is sacrificing themselves to be in the right spot to help and make it look crowded. But like you said, it starts on the ball, but it's a team game, and it's nothing that I'm doing by myself. It's everyone else that's, in their gaps, contesting from behind, making it tough. And anytime you got a guy like that and you can build walls, and you got the other 4 guys in the court making it tough and making it look crowded, I think they're doing the best job, making my job easier.
Αντώνης Καλκαγούρας από την Ελλάδα και το Gazeta.gr. Γιάννη, 2 ερωτήσεις θέλω να σου κάνω. Η πρώτη έχει να κάνει με κάποιες δηλώσεις που έχεις κάνει αμέσως μετά το Game 1. Όταν κάποιος ερώτησε ότι χάσατε το πλεονέκτημα της έδρας, απάντησες ότι το πλεονέκτημα της έδρας δεν το χάσαμε επειδή χάσαμε ένα παιχνίδι στην έδρα μας. Έχουμε ακόμα άλλα 6-5 όσα παιχνίδια έχουμε μπροστά μας και στην τελική ανάλυση δεν είναι το τελευταίο το επόμενο. Πίστευες γενικότερα ότι η ομάδα γενικώς θα έχει μια τελείως διαφορετική προσέγγιση από παιχνίδι σε παιχνίδι? Το ένα, και το δεύτερο, εάν και εφόσον η Βοστόνη είναι ένα από τα αγαπημένα σου γήπεδα. Ξέρω ότι δεν σ' αρέσει να αναφέρεις κάτι τέτοιο, απλά γενικότερα έχω προσέξει ότι σε αυτό εδώ το γήπεδο, όπως λέγαμε και πιο πριν, τα τελευταία 9 παιχνίδια έχεις 31 πόντους, 10 rebound και 6 assists μεσό.
Was that a question or Mr. John talking? Σίγουρα πιστεύω ότι από το πρώτο παιχνίδι και στο δεύτερο παιχνίδι άλλαξε η προσέγγιση μας και ήξερα ότι θα βγούμε, θα παίξουμε πιο δυνατά, θα είμαστε πιο έτοιμοι πνευματικά και σωματικά.
I'm sorry, y'all, chill.
Άμα είναι αυτό το αγαπημένο μου γήπεδο, δεν ξέρω, αλλά ξέρω ότι μου αρέσει να παίζω εδώ μέσα. Και μου αρέσει όταν κερδίζει η ομάδα εδώ μέσα, γιατί το τελευταίο φορά που κερδίσαμε εδώ μέσα ήταν στη regular season και δεν κερδίσαμε πέρσι στα play-off. Δεν έχει σημασία πόσο σκοράρω ή απλώς μου αρέσει να κερδίζω εδώ μέσα. Δηλαδή όταν κερδίζεις μέσα στη Βοστόνη είναι ωραίο το συναίσθημα. Thank you everybody.
Alright, so there you have it, the Bucks with help from George Hill, a big night, big shots from Connaughton, Middleton, Bledsoe late, and after going down by 22 at home in game 1, and something's looking like maybe
we can do it. Don't quit. I'm from Milwaukee, so I'll take that challenge.
They indeed belong as the 1 seed. So now the Celtics look to do what they've done.
Hi, I'm David Gruber. We are proud to have helped tens of thousands of injured people in Wisconsin for more than 30 years. Gruber Losses, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
And it began with him. Well, yes, it did. He was aggressive, offensively, defensively, in every play, at the line seemingly every 5 seconds. And now Milwaukee, after losing that game 1 and giving a lot of the haters who thought, maybe paper champ with that 1 seed, and they have bounced back in 2 and 3 to make a large statement, Zeke, about what they are prepared for in terms of their long-term goals in this playoff.
Yeah, and I thought Milwaukee, again, reached the level of intensity in game 2 that they needed to play with. They also sustained that level of intensity, preparation, and execution in game 3 out on the road. And Giannis, as the leader of the team, was able to bounce back himself, but also uplift his teammates. And that gave the Bucks great confidence going into the Celtics arena tonight.
Brandon, when we're sitting there watching it, I know you were admiring it, we hear a lot that effort is a skill, right? I mean, it should be, it didn't used to be. But when you have a guy...
The ball never lies, nigga. This the real Bucks, nigga. 414, nigga. What up?
That's a rarity.
Yeah, nigga, let him know, Yanni. Let him know, Yanni.
That element of what he brought from Belgium.
Bandwagon ass, nigga.
Because we know he's the best player on his team, and sometimes guys that are the best player, they take certain things for granted. Like maybe they don't play defense quite as hard, or maybe they don't pass the ball as much as they should because they're looking to get their own shots or their own step. That's not Giannis. That's not what he's about. He's all about winning. He's making adjustments. This is his first time making it out of the first round of the playoffs. And I love his adjustments from game 1 to game 2 and now in game 3. He's been aggressive. He's continued to be himself. He hasn't changed his game. He's gotten downhill. But he's made great decisions. When they have built that wall in front of him, he's made decisions of when to pass it, when to attack it.
You using Sterling more than the Milwaukee County Police Department.
Last game, we were amazed. He went to the free throw line 18 times. Today, we were even more amazed. He went to the free throw line 22 times. There will be some teams that won't go to the free throw line 22 times. So when you look at the way that he is causing and problems, attacking and getting downhill, this is us getting our first chance of seeing playoff Giannis, and I like what I'm seeing. He's taking this game to the next level. And his stamina is really impressive. His stamina, his perseverance, his commitment, and willingness to continue to attack. I mean, I think you and I was sitting there watching, and we both found ourselves rooting for him, not only
you really like Sterling Brown
players, because he was that inspirational just watching him play. Yeah, one of our contemporaries, Ryan Holland, said that Giannis was going to get exposed playoff. Hey Ryan, I'm going to need you to go on Twitter and walk that comment back. Giannis is arriving.
Exposed as a true unicorn, a free exposed as a MVP. A number of other
where Bango at?
You know, here's the thing.
David Gruber and shit.
And I'm curious to hear what Brad Stevens has to say. This was a microcosm of the Celtics season, if you watch this game. There were points and pockets of 8 to 10 minutes in this game in the first half where they looked like the team you think they should be, like they did in game 1. And then there was about a 10-minute span where they seemed to kind of leave the building. And the Bucks took over it. And to me, the most identifiable play was when the run is going the other way, and I think they might have been down 10. Bledsoe goes in to drive to the basket, and it was so easy untouched. It was like a layup line. And it looked like the effort had kind of disappeared from a team that's got plenty of guys who give it. How do you explain that, Washington?
We talked about earlier before this series started, you know, with the Celtics, it was going to be about trust and confidence, you know, from their leaders. Right. And, you know, this is a team that throughout the whole year, you know, has been fragile in terms of trust and confidence. And I thought Milwaukee would exploit that. And at periods during the course of the game, when you saw that trust and confidence go out of the Celtics, go out of their game plan, that's what we saw for those 4 or 5 minute spurts. And it wasn't about are these players skilled enough. It's do they have enough belief in themselves and in the game plan and sticking to it and executing. And we saw that being exploited for 4 to 5 minute periods during the course of the game.
The other thing in this sport, and it's like a couple others in this way, to play offense and defense, you can't allow one to affect the other. One thing you got to give the Bucks a lot of credit for is throughout the season, their defense was really ranked better than anybody's. When they weren't shooting well, the effort led by that culture of Giannis never wavers. It seems like tonight, and I hate saying this, but it was a case a lot this season, when the offense was, why did you go here, we should have gone here, and all of a sudden on the defensive end, the baskets got easier on the other side, even when it wasn't Giannis, and that, to me, from the outside looking in, has got to be a problem.
Yeah, the problem for, like I see for Boston, is in a game like this, you needed to come together as a unit. You needed to take a stand on your home court, set the tempo for you just want to basically say, hey, this is how the rest of this series is going to be played. And they didn't do that. They had a great opportunity to do that. I didn't think they did that tonight. And then when you look at little things, I started seeing some of the Bucks role players really step up. Base points, 42 to 16 in favor of Milwaukee. Hill, Connaughton, those guys really stepped up. And this is one of those games where offensively, Boston did just enough, but I think this is where they really need somebody like Marcus Smart. They need that mean, that nasty, that intensity, because they gave up 123 points, and while doing that, they allowed Milwaukee to shoot 50% from the floor, 40% from 3. This is where you need a guy like Marcus Smart. Maybe he's not as flashy as a Tatum or Jaylen Brown, but he gets in there, he brings a totally different element. That's that football in the ball. They need a football.
Any dive on the floor, make that play right that changes the tide and momentum. And look, you saw the frustration. There were a couple of fouls by Jaylen Brown that he's going to want back. One was a questionable call. He had the technical on Tatum in a fourth quarter. And look, you hate to focus just on Tatum, but in the end, go look at some of the drives. You see the old Tatum come back, you wonder where that's been. Here's Coach Mike Budenholzer on the way.
Remember, please, ladies and gentlemen, state your name and affiliation. We'll pass the microphone around for Coach Bud. Questions, please?
I'd just like to say first, I think the defense and the togetherness tonight as we worked our way through the game, and again, the third quarter, it stood out to me that we could get stops and we could get out and go. And Guys coming in off the bench, and George Hill, Pat Connaughton, just fabulous tonight. So, the spirit of the group's in a good place, and now the challenge is to keep it there and get ready, I guess, for a couple days from now.
Mark James, Nets and WEI. What's been the difference after game one? What was the adjustments that you've made? It was clearly these last two games, everything, the momentum of the series has swung back to you guys.
I just like our activity. I like the way we're scrambling and covering for each other. And then I think we're playing similarly offensively. We're playing with a lot of force, guys attacking, guys sharing the ball. I just think, game one, give credit to Boston. They were really good. They did a lot of things to put us, where we knew we had to be better. And we're going to have to be better again in game four. But
I like it. Come on, man.
The group's just been the difference.
Bring that to WTMJ. Can you expound on what you saw from Pat in that second quarter to make things really tight at the half?
Yeah, that was a big stretch of the game. I think we were down 12 at one point in the second quarter, and he hit a couple threes in the quarter. I know he had the offensive rebound put back. He's been doing it for us all year. He's been a great contributor in so many different ways, and lots of times I think his shot blocking as a guard has been outstanding. Tonight he's making shots. It was a critical stage. We were not very good there for a while, and he kept us afloat, he and George.
Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. Just obviously Giannis' ability to get to the hoop, to score in the paint, and get to the free throw line was a big part of this game. What did you see from him in the way that he managed his physicality and aggressiveness and could channel into productivity?
Yeah, I think he just stayed aggressive the whole game. I think he had the right mindset from the start to the end. He's constantly putting pressure on the basket, and I think making reads and decisions. He's just such a force, and he can get through cracks, and I think he's going to finish or get to the free throw line a lot if he keeps playing like this.
In the Athletic, we've talked all year about George and being aggressive and how often you tell him that. Just what did it mean to you to kind of see him put it together in that way in this game with 21 points?
Yeah, it's a recurring theme for, I guess, as long as I've known George. The more aggressive he is, the better he is. I think, his teammates all, in the locker room are, very happy for him. And as coaches, just to keep pushing him and let him know, he's got to be aggressive. He's better. His teammates are better when he plays that way. It's always been the case. And, he's a veteran. He's been in these situations before. He understands it, and it shows.
John Corrales, MassLive.com. You guys survived giving up a lot of corner threes in your attempts to defend the rim on their drives. What is it philosophically that allows you to weather a team that takes a lot of threes? What is it about your defense that focus on defending the rim allows you to survive that many threes, especially in corner threes?
Well, they shot the ball really well tonight. In a perfect world, we wouldn't give up corner threes. We wouldn't give up threes in general. But, I think since we've just decided that, we want to be more aggressive in all areas and we want to cover for each other. And, hopefully we can reduce those corner threes. But, Jaylen Brown shot it well in the first half. OGLK made some corner threes. And, sometimes you have to pick your poison when they've got Hayward and Irving and Tatum and, Horford doing their things. It's hard to guard everybody, so we'll keep working to get better at it.
There was about a 3.5 minute stretch late where you're trying to close out the game and you're sending guy after guy to the foul line. I'm wondering what was going on then, from what you saw, what was going on in your mind at that point?
We'll save it for film tomorrow. It's not very smart. It's not very good. It's the great thing for coaches. The players are we'll find more things where we can get better. And you just touched on one of them for sure.
Hey, Coach. There was a stretch just under 2 minutes in the third quarter where you went from being tied to being up 11. What did you see that was working on that stretch, and what did that mean for the team?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that happen in a game. I felt like it's usually our defense, steps up. Hopefully just, the entirety of the quarter, we just keep working. I felt like we got some stops, and then Giannis made a couple great decisions. We got some corner threes in transition. But it always starts with getting stops, and then we can kind of play our game. Great, thanks.
Teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the season. You have to dictate the pace.
It's hard to kind of quantify what experience means and different players, but to me it's been clear that George's experience with several great organizations, great teams, great coaches, and playing in a ton of big games. Even as poorly as we were in Game 1, I think George was one of the guys that played well, and he's just continued that. And now on the road in this environment, I think that's when coaches and organizations talk about needing guys that have experience, that have been there, that understand what it takes. George Hill, his performance tonight's a prime example of that.
I guess these are the type of games where you think of a superstar needing to step up. I'm just curious what you thought of Giannis' aggression and kind of the way that he kind of put his stamp on that game from really the first couple of drives.
Yeah, no, I thought it was great. I thought his aggressiveness was exactly where it needed to be from the start to the end. A couple of his passes stand out to me too. It's what he's been doing. It's done for us all year. And we've been saying the message to him and the message to the team. It's not any different. It may get harder, but that's when we just have to take our attention to detail and things we've been doing, and hopefully doing better. And Giannis certainly has done that.
Brad Stevens in a bit. Let's get the highlight. As Michael B. Jordan in the house. Anybody beat him to suit up? Nobody can bring that toughness. Arms on fire early, Brennan Haywood. Oh my goodness, behind the back, Lee Bledsoe. Clueless. We have unusual. Speaking of unusual skills. The agility at that size is just stupid. Meanwhile, other side, Kyrie, one Ilyasova down, so is a bucket. 13 points in the quarter. Hayward finds Jaylen Brown with a swing for a corner three. And the house of brotherly love, we're not in Philly, Zeke, but Marcus Morris with the corner three. How close is Markeith? Right there. Whoa, always there. Two brothers in the house. What, the Celtic pride? That's a lot of brothers right there. Johnson, Mirotic, the others going to work on the road, locking us up at 53. The lead was 1 for the C's. At the break, 56-55, and then Zeke, Jaylen Brown going to work.
This is a highlight that they will be talking about for a long time. Over Giannis. And this is the second time he struck Giannis this series. Watch out, you might be the MVP, but not on this play.
Coast to coast. Good luck. Pass down Horford, Middleton at 28 last game. Big step up three.